Hello and welcome to Last Week in AWS. I'm Corey Quinn. But first, if you're having problems with your cloud and other infrastructure commitments, consider talking to us here at Duckbill. We do software, we do consulting, and I am repeatedly informed by my terrible business partner that our motto is actually not, you can't duck the Duckbill bill, despite every attempt I have made to the contrary. Learn more at duckbillhq.com. Now, what does AWS have for us now that Q1 is in full swing and their annual earnings call is around the corner? Well, let's find out. First, they bloviate on their corporate blog a bit. AWS is committed to customer choice and flexibility accelerated by AI. That blog explained just how much they love customer choice and making it easy to leave them. Sure, Jan, how very plausible. The timing's interesting, given the regulatory pressure that's ramping up in Europe. But hey, the full argument's worth reading if only to see how cloud vendors position themselves these days. AWS introduces additional policy details to access denied error messages. In other words, they finally tell you which policy is blocking you instead of making you play detective with a dozen SCPs. Which is about time. Those access denied treasure hunts waste hours. Those are hours that AWS can't bill you for, as well as time you could be spending spinning up more managed NAT gateways. So AWS decided to do something about it. Amazon ECR now supports cross-repository layer sharing to optimize storage and improve push performance. This is super helpful just as soon as you go back and completely reimagine the way your deploys work from soup to nuts. This would have been super helpful for most of us several years ago. Amazon RDS blue-green deployments reduces downtime to under 5 seconds. 5 seconds of downtime sounds great until you remember most of us are still explaining to management why we need blue-green deployments at all, since they're collectively apparently blue-green colorblind. At least now, when you finally get approval, the outage window won't outlast your coffee break. S3 Storage Lens is now available in GovCloud. What the hell has it been like over in GovCloud? Trying to diagnose usage via gut instinct and oral tradition? Enterprise Scale In-Place Migration to Apache Iceberg. Implementation Guide. Look, migrating to Iceberg is genuinely useful for avoiding Hive's nightmare file management, and S3 Tables, whose motto is, okay, S3 is kind of a database now, makes the idea attractive. But this insane game of architecture mousetrap to get there is not compelling. Streamlined large binary object migrations, a Kafka-based solution for Oracle to Amazon Aurora PostgreSQL and Amazon S3. Migrating Oracle LOBs to AWS apparently requires Kafka, Lambda, S3, Aurora, and approximately 17 moving parts. Nothing screams streamlined like a Rube Goldberg machine of services. Your Oracle DBAs are already drafting their resignation letters just looking at this architecture diagram. And finally, from other PostgreSQL news, using the shared plan cache for Amazon Aurora PostgreSQL. That's right, it now shares query plans across sessions instead of duplicating them every which way. Turns out storing the same plan 1,000 times was eating 40 gigs of RAM when 400 megabytes would have sufficed. This is why Route 53 remains the superior database. You don't have to think about these implementation details. And that's what happened last week in AWS. If you've enjoyed listening to this, be sure to tell everyone you know to listen to it here, or go subscribe at lastweekinaws.com. Stay salty.